All right, so feel prepared where. Yo, C, can you do me a favor and bring me my phone, bro?
Yep.
Please, it's in my office.
I thought it was.
No, you're right, bro. God. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Charger for this phone?
No, I'm good, bro.
Okay.
Mind you, it does go a few minutes late when it comes on Facebook because what the folks said earlier.
You want an intro song?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
You want me to hook
With
up?
everybody. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, say. Hello, all. Hello. Greetings. Jason. Harrison in the building. It's the O.
Hey, you sit down now.
Yes, sir, Roberto. I'm still connected.
It's not talking. You can see on that one.
Yeah, turn the sound on that one.
On that one. Where his phone is.
Everything's love, bro. You know how it go. So, looks like we have everybody in so far. Welcome, greetings. As always, a great honor. What's up, Lissa? Nice to see everybody. Right and early. It's of course 8:30 in the evening in the PM here, Central European time. Yeah, once again, a great honor to connect with everybody. It's been a very, very busy week for all of us here at the RA, here amongst the collective. It's been 1 year so far, and the work continues. Of course, our Let's Build seminar is held on a Saturday today, and we have a full house. Of course, probably a lot more. We'll have a lot more company later on this evening based on our after party we're having here at the RA for our Let's Build 1 year anniversary edition today. So once again, welcome. Thank you, Cuzzo. Crawley in the building. What's good? Of course, we're going to start today's proceedings with an intro song, as always, conducted by our maestro, as always, Mr. Overseas.
Yo.
Yes, sir. Always there and ready to rock and roll. Of course, we got the God Amun Ra here. You can see to my left, or your left, my right. No, hold up. My left, your right. AAA in the building. I'm on Ra, and we got a couple special intergalactic guests behind us. Lucy.
Is that trying to hide behind you?
They're trying to hide behind me. Lucy trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? It's good, Sherry, Carrie. Absolutely. Once again, live in the flesh here at the Ra. As one galactic family, we all shine the light and connect. Of course, Jess, way deep in the back.
Marie just got here too. So.
She's been cooking Spanish food all day. Marie just came to the crib, so we're gonna have a very blessed and amazing evening to connect and share amongst each other. Big up to my man Harvey Dent getting in the building. Big up to L. Marissa, Kevin just jumped in, RJ Skirt just jumped in, Joe Gonzo, what up? Ellen Bush, I'm about to pull a Ellen Bush. She out here, Medisa, what's up, girl? Peter, you heard? We all in here. Once again, I'm gonna pass it over to our maestro to do our intro song. Y'all know how the proceedings go, and then we'll get into our practices, connections, and then our discussion for today. We'll do it a little bit different today. However, there will be the same level of love, if not greater, which we share in our connection today here on Let's Build. So once again, thank you for being here. A great pleasure and honor to connect with you always. Maestro, you ready to rock and roll?
Yes, indeed.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, as it's a celebration, it's only right as I feel celebrating with my brothers and sisters all across the globe. But for me, as a artist, this was my first song that I did with AZ upon his arrival back from California. So this one right here is titled "Release Your Love," and I will put the link into the comment section shortly thereafter. Enjoy.
It's one of my favorites. Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh, I love this song. So yeah.
I knew it.
Was a gift, a rap with a kiss, unmatched, unconditional love, just like this. Girl, what's your sign? I'll be a ghost with you. Jump on the quirk, making the change. It's a narrative, and the heritage. Try to stay alive, I'm gonna be my cool. My hands grip and face. Yes, they know for sure. They say they know from shore to shore. The area's drain, like hammer chains. No honey, I'm steady. Kicking on deck, violent and great. In this conversation, to every one conversation smooth. You got some time for me.
Classic.
Absolutely. Give yourselves a round of applause. Lord have mercy, team.
Yeah. A round of applause. A round of applause.
Round of applause for team.
It's a round of applause.
No doubt. Round of applause for team. This was dope. All right, cool. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Build. As you all know, this is our 1-year anniversary celebration of our Let's Build. We will be discussing that further and getting into a little bit of detail and getting some feedback from you all. Of course, here at the RA, being that we have a very a lively and vibrant physical environment today. However, once again, the core of our beings remains the foundation and source of the essence that we share and connect together as one and experiencing the human experience here on planet Earth always. So, with that being said, of course, who we are, the angelic realms of the Galactic Council of the Galactic Federation of Flight, always join you in this now moment. And our intent in connecting with these Let's Builds is to share our essence, which is who we are as one, and being that essence, which is our love, which is the home of infinite intelligence. And through this intelligence, through this essence, we share a sense of knowingness where we are continually healing and here on the planet and centering, where those of you here with the intent of evolving and healing from the intense experience of being here amongst the illusion of separation remains the foundation and core purpose of our connection here. So before we get into our festivities and our discussions, our exchanges, let's ground ourselves so we may establish that intimate connection, which is the foundation of the joy, the honor, the bliss, the service that we share here together. So, of course, if you are just joining us and not aware of the nature of this exercise, what we're going to do today is do what we call our 1-minute meditation, which is basically 60 seconds of a silent, blissful connection, where what you will be doing, once again, for those of you who are new to this and those of you who aren't, you're basically calming yourself, releasing everything that is taking place throughout the day, everything that is outside of this now moment, to be calm, be still, and become aware of your heart space. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to move. You don't have to do tantras or burn incense or candles or anything. If anything, this is more so just to clear the energies and become more aware of your heart space, because we wish to connect with you and share not only a joyous experience of connection and communication, but we also intend to connect with you on from a place of guidance, from a place of unconditional love as your guardians in this now moment, through the connection that we share and becoming more aware of the healing that is taking place in this now moment. So if you will, it is time to be still and close your eyes for 60 seconds. Rest your body. Don't move. Just be present and breathe. So start now. Gradually come out of the stillness, becoming more aware of your extremities, your arms, your legs. Return to a calm sense of consciousness and beginning to open your eyes. Begin to breathe deeper. And recognize the blessing of life and being awakened in this now moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. It is always reiterated that it is an honor and pleasure to connect with you in this now moment always. It is not simply a convenient greeting that is repeated over and over again. However, the true essence of gratitude and recognizing how beautiful it is to be amongst reflections of self. The experience here on planet Earth allows us the opportunity to experience ourselves in the infinitely various forms of expression, the infinitely various forms of creation, which are all but reflections of who we are as God. The purpose of being here on planet Earth, the purpose of existence itself is to experience self from the micro to the macro. And then this awakening process, this healing process that we're all experiencing at this present moment, the more sensitive we are to recognizing the blessing of being amongst each other, enjoying each other's essences, the way that we communicate, the way that we move, dress, talk, our facial features, structures, our ways of being, we come to appreciate the various aspects of creation, the infinite forms of expression and harmonic frequencies that exist, all having its foundation within us. So once again, a great honor and pleasure to connect with you here once again. The 365-day linear experience that we celebrate in this now moment is based on this connection that we share through this platform we call Let's Build. Now, Let's Build itself has been about a spiritual conversation in a social environment. Now, it may seem oxymoronic that we say spiritual conversation as if everything that we do is not spiritual, because in actuality, everything we do is spiritual. Our whole existence, the foundation of our presence is spiritual. However, upon this awakening process, there's aspects of our reality that's becoming more intense, more vibrant, more unexplainable by the logical mental processes that we're used to operating from, that deserves a little attention, a bit of exchange amongst each other. It's comforting. This is why the experience of duality grants us not only the dense aspects of experiencing the illusion of separation. However, within this experience, which many will consider as a curse sometimes, there are an infinite number of blessings in disguise where, of course, with these exchanges, with this healing process that we're going through, we have the ability to communicate with each other in assisting ourselves, assisting one another, and becoming more confident, more comfortable with the nature of what's taking place, because it's not only something that's happening within, but it's also happening amongst all reflections. So, team, yeah. What did you envision when you started this thing, man?
Oh, the Let's Build, man. That was originated from Universal Cafe. Just basically trying to have a platform for people to speak. It started off as a freestyle cipher.
Mm-hmm.
We was playing the beats, everybody was rapping to it.
Yeah.
And it was really fat. We had other artists come in with their sketchbooks. We had poets, we had dancers. It was just a community open forum.
Mm-hmm.
But then you came back from LA.
Mm-hmm.
Then it just kind of like gradually took its own direction.
Its own evolution.
And I was like, maybe I should add Zilla to like the seminar portion, or whatever I was calling it, like a TED Talk.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
supposed to be 20 minutes. It took like 2 hours. But let it ride out, let it do what it do.
Yeah. And
it just went from the freestyle ciphers to us really, really building and gradually going in a whole different direction than I thought it was. It was mainly for the community, local community here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we didn't understand our powers back then, that it could reach far and beyond to Dubai, Romania, London, and all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here, and we got special guests that's came to visit us. I've visited some people as well, and yeah, man, Let's Build is y'all.
Absolutely. So the idea, what we've evolved to, is creating this platform of creatives to communicate, to speak. At the end of the day, we're all moving through a very intense process. We're healing. There's a lot that comes with life itself. When you're following your heart, opening your heart to express yourselves creatively on different aspects of your being. Many of you are very sensitive when it comes to your artwork, to your creativity. You realize certain things through your own sense of expression, through opening your heart to create and express yourselves from the depths of your being. Of course, with this, you open up a treasure box of realizations amongst yourselves, where you actually amaze yourself in recognizing that your experience is a lot deeper than what is recognized by the ego mind identity. It's like, okay, I rap, I sing, I dance, I do paintings or artwork, and I like this, but I kind of want to see freedom, and I really want to be able to express myself. Some of you want to experience financial freedom. Well, most of you are wanting to experience financial freedom, especially amongst the Western world. These are all beautiful intentions. However, and being sensitive and being artists and being those who operate from a place of love, of course, it's never something that you want to do from a place of ruthlessness or being malicious amongst each other. It's more so about being able to share your craft, and at the same time you want to eat. Being real layman today. However, once again, nature of the Let's Build. I feel that this platform gives us the opportunity to speak to the hearts and souls of humanity at its core. It's not to be articulate or grammatically dynamic or extremely articulate, but be able to speak from a particular base that connects with all of us. It's not necessarily where we're attempting to prove anything to people about our validity through our ability to express things from a very eloquent way or complicated way of speaking, but just to speak directly to the heart space and recognizing the foundation of the love within ourselves, where our intentions are always wholesome and we all are doing the best that we can. However, as we come to certain points in our lives, we're starting to recognize that things are a little more, of course, the truth is very simple. However, things can get very complex when the mind is attempting to understand things. Life doesn't make sense. Love doesn't make sense. Why? Because love is not logical. Love expands upon the boundaries or limitations of logical thought patterns and attempting to understand things. The heart knows, the mind doesn't. One of our first Les Bills, I use an analogy where we said, okay, when a person's talking to you, right? You can just tell when a person's lying to you. You don't need to see the stats. You don't need to see proof or look at the surveillance tape or none of this stuff. You just know when a person's lying to you. You don't need to see anything other than that. It's just a feeling. You don't need to know why. It's just a feeling. And this is where you recognize the frequency of infinite intelligence within your heart space. This is where you recognize that the mind can be very ignorant to a lot of things that the heart already knows without having to be proven anything. There's nothing to prove when it comes to the heart space. The truth just is. It's just as we heal, we're developing a sense of confidence to trust what it is that we know. So I digress. Our first year of the Les Bill has been about grounding. This grounding is basically, or the word or the term that we're referring to, the nature of the word grounding is about moving out of here and into here. Here is where logic exists. This is where the questions derive from. This is where the doubt, the fear, the confusion, all of these adjectives, all of these frequencies come from here. This is exactly where all this comes from. All the questions, all the confusion, all the talk, all of the double talk, all of the suspicion, all of the things that revolve around fear. Once again, all of these things are rooted in fear and not being sure of who you are and what you're doing in this now moment. The brain doesn't have the capacity to realize life itself and all the activity that's taking place. There are a billion things taking place simultaneously in this now moment that's allowing you to breathe, to see, to feel, to smell, to touch, to taste. More than a billion activities all simultaneously taking place in this now moment to allow you to even connect or even see or hear the words that are coming out of my mouth right now. So in recognizing that, it's necessary to recognize that the brain, the analytical mind construct, the ego mind identity itself, this right here, it does not have the capacity to realize the vastness, the complexity of love itself, because life is all happening right now. And when you walk or run and you attempt to think about walking or running, you trip and fall. In the heart space, where we're moving from here, we're moving out of here into here. In the heart space is the birthplace of all of this, all life. Life unfolds from the heart space. This is the home of infinite intelligence. In the medical field, if you ask any specialists, especially when it comes to those who monitor the birthing process of a mother, the first major organ in the body is the heart. The heart itself, it's just a little small beating ball that is seen on a sonogram on a mother's stomach. That's the first organ, the first major organ that's formulated when it comes to human birth, is the heart. From there, what happens is the heart projects out the form. And what's coming out of the heart is the bones, the skin, the brain, the entire human construct. What it does is it spits out the entire body and it encases itself in the physical vehicle. Your entire body, including your brain, comes directly out of your heart space. This is the core of your being, the center and source of all that is you, to include the brain that you're thinking with and attempting to explain things that the mind does not understand. Once again, the heart is the birthplace, the space that created all of who you feel that you are here in the physical. This is the source. So what we're doing when it comes to grounding is moving out of our head, the false ego, mind identity, or mind construct, back into the heart space. This is called grounding, where you're releasing the analysis and attempting to figure things out with your brain, and you're basically resting yourself within the heart space and allowing life to unfold this intelligence before you as a blessing, as an experience, and who you are as the creator here experiencing life in the human body. So the past year, we've scratched the surface on many attributes that have to do with grounding. If you will, I'll ask a couple of you to name a few episodes that, at least a few subject matter episodes that we've covered as far as when it comes to our past Let's Build episodes. I remember I can recall us speaking on the family of light, us speaking on service, creativity, chakras, what else? Trust, money,
Sexual energy.
What else?
What was the one we did up in the last joint we did at the cafe with the stone?
Like codes.
Compassion, forgiveness,
Meditation.
Was it meditation? The one we did with the stones in the cafe?
meditation. Absolutely. What else? What else we did? Intent. I see forgiveness and compassion. Thank you, Mel. What other episodes? Does anybody recall? Light codes. We spoke on light codes. Duality. We did speak on duality. Forgiveness. Yeah, that was one. I want to say we spoke on relationships. That was the PowerPoint. Understanding. There we go. We spoke on understanding.
Even though it wasn't understood.
Yeah, it wasn't understood. Understanding wasn't understood. We did speak on that. Classic material. Once again, all of these. Nutrition, that's right. There we go. Nutritional healing. Patience. We spoke on patience, of course. What else? That was it. Yeah, well, that wasn't it. It was just that those are enough examples for now. However, once again, the point being, all of these attributes are hinting towards the necessity to ground ourselves. There are urgent matters that stress many of you who may tune in and may be curious. They resonate with the energy that is within these transmissions, within these builds. They resonate. However, there are many of you that are newly awakened, and you know necessarily, some of the more broader, in-depth or complex matters that surround the nature of this transition, you may still be uncomfortable with, such as space travel and ETs and human bodies, disclosure, the inner earth, Yetis and Sasquatch, and all of the fantastic realities that we speak of here in the music and through the writing. Some of you are not in tune or resonate with these particular realities yet. However, it's necessary to realize this: you're still healing. You're still healing. And the wisest practice a soul, the most intelligent practice a soul can embrace is openness. The brain is the know-it-all of all know-it-alls, and it will tell you it knows, it knows, it knows. But at the end of the day, it always proves itself. It always proves itself ignorant and coming up short when it comes to recognizing the nature of this reality. It always comes up short. It feels that it knows, it knows, it knows, and come on, man, I don't get out with all of that. All this stuff you talking about, ET, blah, 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 blah. Once again, the brain The brain is so ignorant sometimes. So ignorant. Love is intelligent. Fear is an expression of that which is not understood. The brain will always fear that which it does not understand. It will fear that which it is ignorant to and close itself off to what's taking place. Close itself off to an expansion and awareness. This is only an expression or reflection of its arrogance, of its immaturity. Why? Because it's not open to attempt to recognize that which it does not understand, what it does not resonate with, and feeling that the say all in all is I got to go to work, I got to get this money, I got to pay these bills, I got to feed my family, I got to pay the car note, I got to pay my mortgage. That's life. And at the end of the day, that construct says I get up every day and work for somebody doing something I don't like to do just to get by so I can continue and get up and do it the next day. So I can go to clubs, so I can get some money, I can buy some food, I can buy those new shoes and this. And with a small bit of intelligence, we step back and become objective when we realize this. We are not alive to attempt to survive. We are not alive to get up and slave all day to earn money to eat and survive. Life is not about survival. Survival is basically trying not to die. This is to assume that you're alive to try not to die. Sounds pretty ignorant, doesn't it? You are not alive to try not to die. You're here to experience much more than that. You're here to experience your love. And those who come to a place of spiritual maturity have the opportunity in this now moment, through their openness to all that is being expressed, through all that they're being guided to embrace. They're being provided the opportunity to expand upon that love and experience even more. Because through their openness, they've shown that they're spiritually mature enough and they're ready to embrace more of their love. So, step back for a second. I'm gonna actually do this. We're being real loose here. We didn't do a subject matter today. Why? Because we just need to talk. It's been a year. We've talked about a bunch of different subject matters, which have been very helpful and useful throughout our journeys. And now it is time to reflect. I'm gonna ask a question, which I don't do very often. However, I'm gonna ask a question and we're gonna talk amongst ourselves here at the Ra, and we'll start our discussion portion a little early today. And that question is, actually, I'm going to ask the question here at the Ra, and then I would like you all to respond as well. In the comment section, of course. What does the less bill mean to you? What does the less bill mean to you? I'm going to ask everybody in here, what does this less bill mean to you? And yeah, where do we go from here? AAA, it's on you, bro.
Okay. How you doing, everybody? Let's Build. The first time that I heard about Let's Build, I was in the States. And for me, I thought it was a great idea. Let's Build, what it meant to me and what it means now to me is endless possibilities. We can reach out so many people from around the globe and explain one thought. And it's, for me, what it means is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. It's like an evolution of our that one, a collective mind. Mm-hmm. So just that in general is very powerful, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. So
love, bro.
Yeah,
super dope. Yeah, what's good? I'm gonna go to you next, Carrie. What does Let's Build mean to you, Mama?
Oh, it is pretty new to me, actually.
Yeah.
It's just this year that I actually discovered
Mm-hmm.
it. I just find that it's continuous. It's continuously evolving. And every day, you learn something new, not just from Let's Build, from your personal development, and also rest of the UBC as well.
Absolutely.
And most importantly, from the music I hear every day,
Mhm.
pouring commute, and it helps cut the time really, really, really.
Yeah, most definitely.
Really.
Absolutely. Love. What's up, Riri?
Hey.
Welcome. What's good? What's Let's Build mean to you, Mama?
Hi. Oh, well, Let's Build means to grow together and to share love around the globe. To me, it is wonderful how many people are tuning in from all over the world, and it's pretty amazing. It gives everybody else strength, and yeah.
You know how many people we're helping out by doing this as well.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Cool. Love. There we go. Absolutely. Lucy?
Hi everyone. Hi guys. Yeah, Let's Build. It just means kind of bringing everyone together, as everyone says, the unity, the oneness in real time as well. And just, it is all about peace and love, and that's and the subject matters, I think they're amazing. I love the music. It's wonderful. And I just look forward to the next year where it's all developing and what direction it's going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Absolutely. Young lady, what's your name? I apologize. I don't know at the moment.
I'm Alex. I was listening.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you're just observing today?
I'm like very new.
Well, thank you for being here, Alex. Absolutely. Jess?
This gives her a chance to cook.
What do you say? I think it's a big cookie the last build with
Smoking like a true sip on, bro.
I actually can agree with Riri and Carrie. I mean, you get connected to the whole wide world and you can share each other's advice, and I think it's a great thing. So yeah.
Cool. That's what's up, dope. Give money. What's up, CeeLo?
What's up?
Let's Build mean to you, man.
What a year it's been so far. Well, first of all, light work. So for me, it's a platform of being open and allowing you to come together with people that you don't physically know, but you get together on a forum and you're able to express with each other something, talking about certain topics that you generally wouldn't talk about with a stranger, if you will, if you want to call it that. But it'll allow it. I don't know. It helps you develop your openness towards others, and I think that every week I see more and more in each of you opening up. And that's a great thing. You share a lot of different stories, and something that most people wouldn't share with others, like death in the family or your kids going through something. I've heard like asking for advice on about how kids should be raised and this and that. So for us, we feel that we're very thankful that you guys share that, and also very thankful that you guys are tuning in every week, because for us, we wouldn't be here without y'all. So Let's Build is obviously, for me, a celebration every week of people coming together and being open expression.
Dope. Love.
We feel it in spirit.
So I agree.
Most definitely. Team.
I want to be comfortable.
That was a pause.
That's how you sit and be.
Definitely.
Bald black dude.
The build. What it mean? I guess I want to caveat basically off of what Corey said, but the only thing I would change is it doesn't give us, we don't connect on a weekly basis. I think everyone from this group is kind of like a new form family, because you can go to people with your, most confident information and get like a lot of support from total strangers because they're on the same wavelength, the same frequency, the same vibe that you're on every single day at any moment. How many people did you talk to in the past year that you never spoke to? And you talk to probably on a regular basis? Is it five or so?
In this way?
Well, yeah, in this way that you never
Not
met.
many, no. Only two of them in my workplace currently are open to the assistance of more awakening. However, not many. The ones that I do speak to who I feel that might be potentially opening up more, I use trigger words to assist them in their awakening.
They probably live somewhere like far away, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we basically, this is like a forum where you can reach out and be of service and help someone, or get some help yourself. Actually, it's not even help. It's just, us just connecting, humanity connecting with humanity, like how it's supposed to be. But this is just we're using technology to do this, basically. I mean, I can't say more than what Corey said already. He broke it down exactly how I would have worded it, but it's just done on a regular basis. Like I speak to so many of you guys, and so does Lavelle, so does Angel, so does Corey. We speak, and you guys speak to us, and you sharing things, and we sharing things, and it's all family, it's all love.
Absolutely. Excellent segue. Because at the end of the day, that is exactly what this is.
Oh, you got some people who said something as well.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna get to that in a second. Actually, we're gonna get to them after our first break. Yeah, we're gonna go into a break in just a second. And then we'll get to your expressions. So yes, all are in alignment with the nature of what this is. It's all that and then some, what this Let's Build means. All of us are healing. Humanity is healing. We're unfolding a process of human liberation, which is rather complex. Many pieces to a very large process that's unfolding all in this now moment. We have the ability through this platform to share some of our deepest inquiries, experiences, share the nature of those experiences, frequencies, and the help or energetic advice that those of a mature nature or mature vibration are open to. We are unifying as one family through this platform and becoming comfortable with that which we have become accustomed to not being comfortable with. Of course, the word stranger is used quite frequently and quite comfortably amongst humanity. However, amongst the stars, amongst our galactic communities, we realize all souls as reflections, not strangers. The stranger reality is an aspect of the illusion. This is the aspect or a term used amongst those in fear of reflections. We recognize the unfamiliarity based on the amnesia that humanity has become accustomed to. However, once again, there is no one in your life that is there for random purposes or without a purpose. Everyone has a purpose, and it's in actuality orchestrated into your experience by who you are as a creator. There's no one before you or in your life that you did not place there on purpose. It's just, of course, the ignorance of the mind construct, the ego mind identity, which feels that these are just random people showing up to bother you or annoy you in all of these particular ways, as if life is not intelligent, as if things are not already orchestrated by infinite intelligence. However, once again, this is just more reflections of the mind's ignorance to the nature of this hologram, the nature of this path that you created for yourself. All are helping each other. You're not just helping life and serving life. Life is serving you in a multitude of ways that, once again, the brain does not have the capacity to understand. And based on this ignorance, of course, there is a sense of fear. However, through this platform of recognition, we're able to view such a reality and express the nature of such a transformation or transition. Through this platform of communication, as we heal as one family. Once again, all of us serve a most divine purpose, and we have our place on the energetic level of awakening. All of us have our level of consciousness. Of course, who I am as your commander, Ashtar, operate from a place of being through my own experiences and have agreed to be here amongst humanity to express such a truth in the way which it is being expressed through this vehicle in an elegant way that is refined in line with the nature of infinite intelligence and realizing what we're all doing. And of course, through the evolutionary process, we can recognize the nature of our presence as one family. Once again, we're healing and moving into the new earth. There is no place of judgment amongst this process. We're all free to express and evolve at our own pace and do what we're comfortable with. It's not a process that's forced, all free will. But once again, we're unifying through this platform and becoming familiar with all the beautiful aspects of self. So this is what Let's Build means. It's an evolutionary process where as we work on ourselves, we are building a new world. We're able to coexist. We had a conversation earlier, Lucy and Carrie and myself. We spoke about the awakened community. This will be my last point before we go to our break. Initially, I was turned off by the light worker community. And the initial turnoff was this. Amongst this community, amongst newly awakened souls that communicate often and start forums and groups and MySpace groups and organizations, and souls are not focused internally, what happens is there's a lot of infighting. There's a lot of discussion about titles, and I'm Archangel this, and I'm Archangel that, and I'm Metatron or commander of this, and so on and so forth. They take these associations and they operate from a place of distortion, a place of separation, in attempting to elaborate on the nature of their presence. However, of course, this is ego. The focus is on labels and not on the healing. The focus is on waiting for Nasara or Gasara to take place and not on healing. It's about what's going to happen next week or the next full moon or what's going to happen on this date or whatever the case may be, or what the cabal are doing and what who's going to, if Cobra's going to arrest the people in power and this, that, and the third. There's a lot of this discussion, and there is no focus on healing. There's no focus on compassion. There's no focus on dissolving judgment. There's focus on promises of a future which we are responsible for building. And of course, this is a turnoff. The purpose or the nature of the connections that are taking place now, the foundation of the platform which we express here, has been about grounding. And this grounding is where we heal ourselves. We actually do the work, the proactive work that we're responsible for, and we release the dependency on the things that are supposed to happen in the future. We release the dependency on waiting for the president to make announcements or ships to land in my backyard or someone to release money so we can eat or any of these things. We work on ourselves, do the work internally. And as we do the work internally, we create the platform, the opportunities to connect with those in our star families, in our association, in our immediate circle, to co-create and build together. But once again, this all has its foundation in our ability to heal ourselves. As we heal ourselves and release the ego, then we're able to harmoniously coexist and co-create with others who have the same intentions. This is why some of you experience quite a bit of loneliness. Why? Because it's necessary for you to love yourself first. It's necessary for you to become comfortable with who you are first. It's necessary for you to release the dependency on relationships and people around you to feel loved, to feel comfortable, to do your work that you came here to do. The dependency on needing validation or people to like your creativity, to like what it is that you're doing, to agree with you, to confirm what you're doing, to validate what you're doing. It's necessary for you to have this inside first. And once again, this is based on your ability to heal as an individual. And as you heal as an individual, you naturally connect with others in being able to operate harmoniously and creating the new earth more and more in unity. This is what Let's Build is about. This is what it's always been about. And of course, we're building together. Thank you for being here. As always, we are going into our break now, where we will address and state some of your statements about what Let's Build means to you. Once again, a great honor and pleasure in who we are of the angelic realms of the Galactic Council, of the Galactic Federation of Light, and who I am as your Commander Ashtar. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here amongst humanity to shine your light and heal for the new earth. We love you. CeeLo. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Oh, man. Woo. There it is. We back to healing. I'm grounded right now. Okay, yeah, so basically, with all that being said, this is basically all on you. How you really dive deep and kind of, open up to your own self first. Self-love. Remember that. It's not about being selfish. It ain't about being selfish, but self-love. Love yourself so that way you can love others. Same way you love yourself. So with that being said, this next track has a lot of relevance to that, what our commander just said earlier. And this one is actually a classic from a whole year ago from the Cooley Bell experience. Thank y'all for those of y'all that express your love for the Cooley Bell experience mixtapes. Another one should be coming. And we're going to go ahead and just turn it on.
Rock and roll.
Everybody that's new here, this is our Let's Build online for seminar.
It's coming. It's about to turn on.
Composition
Don't even try. You already see you down there.
Similar to a light switch. Once it's on, there is no off. There is no going back to your darkness. When a match, there is no darkness. There's only light. No matter how small or large, there's the truth. The truth for you. I'd like to give a big shout out to the mirror. A beautiful creation in which I realize truth. Jump. They got the lights on for you one time, yo. Steady, stellar. Yo. It's a big point of the hourglass, showered in abundance, there was and I'm planted all the seeds that was coming to fruition. Brothers was in the essence, so was scattered. But ever since had an entertainment, I was getting jumping out of illusion, all the souls. There was sorrow for me thinking I was losing everything I owned. And stepping on the throne, but for real, I was really trying to take home and see as the source of the DP. You know that you know like you know you were God, and they fear that you steer you away from the stratosphere. Pioneer volunteers in the stars will be persevere. Yeah, never under anything but chandelier. I say that shit to the most high. I see it in the eyes of the kids. I never settle dance with the devil in the lava. They can work to my shine, and my mother brother I work the first step that passed that roads work. Try to work on my nerves with the fear of running, the family of the running. You guys want to savage. I can't remember to my purpose. show you free. Everything is not the truth, but we give in 3D. I couldn't get stronger, I was a beekeeper when honey drizzles on my tummy. Yeah, many years came before me, but it's me doing me eternally upon a beat amongst the family. Coming down in many trees so big, my dude, you can't see the end of it. I told the souls that doubted me, that's real loving. Count 'em. The magnum opus of a science, geometric in alignment with the music. By the soundless and the river full of breathing, it's the magic of the moment, grounded, bouncing the serotonin. All the apples and conscious entertainment, separation, all the beautiful creations. We came to build a star nation for humans. It's a pleasure and a service that we doing for the army. Yeah, keep it moving, booming. 333. Ascended Masters. Who I am as Commander Ashtar. We came to work here from energetic level. Superseding all superficial forms of the etherics. True healing. Yeah. Hold up, G. Let me finish yet. Just like a blast in the past, yo, through futuristic wormholes, we came to earth as old souls that look young to sing songs and shine light like glowworms. It's bedtime for the young ones who scared of the dark until the dawn comes. It showbiz, they show you what a loose to see. Stay true, be too cool to be fooled by these Jews who talk tough and can't say I love you. Cause you're tight and bless you. My smile to the rest you, the feelings you suppress and act like you not moved. Stop faking, we got you. Please wipe off that ice cream. We not going to hurt you. This species be the truth, so know that your own strength is knowing that there is no devil.
Let go of your worries, let go of your cares, open your hearts and breathe in all the love that is waiting to pour into your lives. You are not on earth to make money, although we celebrate money made with love. You are not on earth to find the perfect partner, although we celebrate loving partnership. The love that creates you, the love that breathes life into you, the love that has never abandoned you, never seen you as anything less than beautiful, perfect, whole, and holy. Be kind to yourselves, dear one. Treat yourselves as if there is nothing less than divine love within you. When you dress, you are clothing the divine. When you eat, you are feeding the divine. When you go to work, you have an opportunity to allow divine love to work through you. Connect with this love, dear friends, as often as you can. It will transform your life. Love, divine love wants so very much to love you. God bless you. We love you so very much. The angels.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to Let's Build. Thank y'all for being here, of course. Once again, we're back and we're live here at the Let's Build 1 anniversary edition, or first year anniversary edition, where we basically are speaking on what does Let's Build mean to you. And of course, we put the question out earlier, and now we're going to get to your expressions of what Let's Build means to you, and elaborate on those here at the RA and get some feedback from our audience here. CeeLo, Amun. Yeah, they're attempting to. Klingle Smith. Yo, CeeLo. Okay. Can I get some commentary on our comments so we can start addressing those? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for being here. Of course, we speak on the nature of grounding and healing, of course, here amongst the human species at this now moment. We're moving through a very intense process that involves the liberation of the species. In this now moment, of course, these bills grant us the opportunity to connect on many levels, of course, amongst who we are in the stars and the angelic realms of the Galactic Council. And yes, it is a great thing. So as soon as the team gets me you ready, bro? Let's rock and roll then.
I like what Yasmin said. What's up, Yasmin?
Yasmin, Berlin. What up? What up?
She from Berlin?
Yes, she is.
All right, B-Town.
B-Town in the building.
She's saying sometimes people I don't know give me so much hope, and tell me new advices and ways to think different. Sometimes it's easier to open up to someone that's not close in your circle. I agree with that too. Sometimes it is easier to, tell a stranger your problem because they can't really judge you. You're probably never going to see them again. It's more easier to just tell someone.
Absolutely, yo. it is a lot of times with the people that are close to us, there are emotional filters to that which is being expressed. When you are speaking with those that lack the, I want to say the superficial judgment of who you are as an individual, they're able to express directly from their heart and being able to connect with that which you express, which is very helpful. Once again, life is extremely intelligent, and all souls in our experience have that particular purpose. We don't meet anyone via accident. All is orchestrated in divine order, if you will. So those that you feel may be strangers or someone you just met are there on purpose. It's just that, of course, once again, the amnesia of the mind may feel as if these souls are not there on purpose. However, they are. And it is a creation of your own, which is why they're there. It's just as we heal, we recognize this more. So it is a beautiful thing to awaken. And once again, your ability to be open and express is quite wise of you, Yesman. So continue to do so. What you got, bro?
Marissa saying, let's build for her so far has been a container for us to come together and meet in the same place. Every subject that has been talked about has helped clear confusion and has helped her align her higher self.
Mm-hmm.
Having bills consistently every week is better than therapy. She left therapy on Thursday because this was way better.
So, super fly, Marissa. Thank you for being here. Once again, you're always being provided that which is necessary and which is helpful for you as a soul, as you continue to open your heart and follow the intuition and that guidance. You're being led to the most in-depth, proactive assistance and guidance that you can possibly receive. Yes, therapists have their place in having fancy diplomas and years of study. However, once again, experience, life itself has lessons or experiences and awareness, levels of awareness that can never be contained in any school book, that can never be learned on any class. It's just experience, and those within your experience that are able to resonate with your level of being, to be compassionate and empathetic amongst your experiences, have the most to share. So once again, a great honor and pleasure to have you here, continuing to serve the light and shine as bright and as brilliantly as you do on a daily basis. We love you always, and thank you for being here. So, CeeLo.
Okay, I got some comments. Questions.
Jasmine.
She says the focus is on future and to learn the healing time, learn from mistakes and using the new knowledge. That's what she wanted to say for that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
Okay, Melissa got a what it means to her. To me, it has assisted me on my path of healing. It is about connecting with souls throughout the globe, assisting, building, and community throughout the globe of unity and harmony.
Absolutely.
She goes on. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's about uniting with each other as a family, being opening through our connections, speaking volume. We lead as an example. I know that Let's Build, I created to assist me to see heaven. It's beautiful to be here, being part of the most advanced assistance on Ascension. I appreciate it, and no place I would rather be.
Absolutely, and we truly appreciate your presence as always, Lisa. You've been very instrumental in all that you do. All the initiative that has been displayed and expressed shows your ability and capacity to do what is necessary and follow your heart with a sense of confidence and divine leadership, which is what is necessary here on planet Earth. We're not here to tell others what to do. Of course, we speak from a place of guidance. However, that guidance is based on free will. It's not about us telling people what to do with their free will. We're not here to say you should do this or you should do that, or you got to do this or you got to do that. Don't do this, don't do that. These are instructions. Instructions and guidance are two different things. Guidance is gentle. Guidance is optional. It's a free will choice to embrace that which you know within your heart space, that which is comfortable for you. So as you move into a sense of confidence in your own being, you're able to allow yourself to manage that which you choose to do with your energy, that which you choose to invest your time and focus into. And of course, here at the Bill, here amongst the stars, here amongst the leaders of the new earth, we're not here to follow anyone. We're not here to follow anyone. We're here to embrace that which we know within our hearts and lead the way. We're here to create that which we know to be necessary to heal amongst the new earth, amongst humanity. So as we coexist harmoniously and we work together through our ability to communicate, we're able to expand upon a beautiful reality which everyone eats, and we all are liberated through that energy and work that we're here to express. So Lissa, thank you for being here and taking the lead, holding the torch and doing what you do. So continue to do what you do.
Yeah, Melissa.
Yeah,
You're hard, bro.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we got another one. I really like this one. This one's, and I think it's important. But from Stefan, you know, it helped me to trust in myself and be confident, self-loving, and just to be more my authentic self and get out of my comfort zone. I love the Federation of Light, and I love being here to uplift self and others, joy and giving, and to see that we are one species. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Love, Stefan. Thank you for coming down and sharing your energy. Of course, sharing your energy here on the platform. That was beautifully expressed and absolutely necessary. Being comfortable with yourself comes first. It is only through your ability to become comfortable with yourself and accept who you are as perfect that you're able to allow yourself to share the love that you have within. Many people will be layman just for a minute. Many people expect much from others. They want other people to make them happy. They feel that other people are responsible for making them comfortable, for making them feel particular ways. And in actuality, this is your responsibility. Nobody's responsible for your happiness. If you feel uncomfortable, that is a personal choice. That is a choice. It is not another person's responsibility to make you feel comfortable. Once again, your feelings are a choice. This is the only power that you have as the creator, the chosen frequency of being in this now moment. And your frequency of being, in layman terms, is how you feel. And your frequency of being and how you feel determines what happens next, because you're here, you're incarnate, you have an influence on your reality. If you get up in the morning and say, okay, it's going to be a screwed up day today, guess what? You're going to stump your toe when you get out of bed, you're going to burn your toast, you're going to spill your orange juice, you're going to get in a wreck on the way to work. And at the end of the day, these are self-fulfilling affirmations. These are self-fulfilling prophecies. You choose your frequency of being. It's not about positive or negative thinking. However, in this now moment, you have the ability, the free will choice to choose how you will continue, even amongst the dramas of the day, which are but catalysts of your strength. You always have the ability to choose. So personal responsibility, personal confidence and awareness is the foundation of healing, compassion, acceptance, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness. These are the foundations of
offline
compassion.
It still says online.
Yeah, this is your phone. I'm still on. I'm still getting feeds. It's offline. Melissa said the same thing. Hold on.
still, the live is still ticking, right?
Yeah, the line is still ticking. Maybe it's her.
Who was it supplying? Just one person?
Somebody got kicked off, possibly.
Well, they're gonna get kicked off periodically here and there. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, no, so far
It's all good. So
I got somebody else.
yeah, go ahead, Triple. What's up?
Okay, going back. I mean, there's some people we missed. Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Let's build for me so far has been a container for us."
Well, Swat already read that.
Oh, she did that one. Okay, so then we did all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, no, we. Absolutely. So we're gonna go. What's good, bro?
Liliana.
Liliana,
Yeah, what's good with
She
Liliana?
got.
Let's Build has brought me so many beautiful confirmations about many aspects of this precious existence, which I've already felt as true, meaningful, and important, which has been certainly enhanced via all the wonderful, soulful connections with you, dear ones.
Absolutely, a great honor and pleasure always, Liliana. Thank you for shining the light there in Serbia. Always a great pleasure. Of course, the confirmations, but that which is assisting us in developing our own sense of confidence in ourselves. It's the nature of the transmissions in the first place. That's why we're here, to express the transmissions, to develop a sense of healing, which is the confidence for you to go forth on your own journey, doing the work that you know that you are here to do without having to be validated. It's a process. However, the initial process involves a bit of validation and confirmation from this end. However, as you develop that sense of confidence and trust in yourself and getting out of here and moving into here, you can go forth and strive forth without any rearview mirrors, without looking back or any doubt whatsoever. You go forth doing the work that you know that you're here to do in the speed of love. So yes, a beautiful path.
Do we have room for one more?
Of course. What's up?
One from Mike.
Yo.
To me, Let's Build is a place for me to be my true self, to connect, open, and ground, to communicate consciously with love and with unity consciousness, as well as going from head to heart space. Thank you all.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for being here always.
Yes, Peter, that's Lucy. She's here.
Yeah, there she here. She here. They hiding all over the place. Yeah, Mike, I get down. Being a true self, being your authentic self is beautiful. I said this before in the transmission, Rodney. Yeah. I don't know how to do it. Well, I don't know how to turn it off. So check this out. I said this in the transmission one time, and I need actually I don't need anything. Just open your heart for a second. There's nothing more attractive. There's nothing more attractive. Listen to me now, dude. You gotta get this. There's nothing more attractive than a soul that exists beyond judgment. There's nothing more attractive than a soul that exists beyond judgment. One that does not judge loves themselves. They love themselves so much that they discontinue judging themselves. They love themselves so much that they exist beyond the conditions. Unconditional love. There's a beauty that radiates from a soul that exists beyond judgment, that radiates and shares a sense of empathy for all life, for all souls throughout the world. Those who can just exist and appreciate all as perfect divine reflections of the one, of who I am as the creator. Judgment is ugly. Judgment is unattractive. Judgment is needy. Judgment is pain. Judgment is self-hatred. No one is attracted to someone who's judgmental. No one. No one. It doesn't get you anywhere being judgmental, pointing the finger. It doesn't get you anywhere. It's not attractive whatsoever. You do not gain validation. You do not gain a sense of beauty through high posting and pointing the finger and attempting to judge another. Never. This place that we embrace here, this place of bliss, this place of harmonious coexistence has no room for judgment, no room whatsoever. We're all doing the best that we can right now. And this is to be recognized, this is to be honored. And this is the foundational core context definition of the word used so frequently amongst us, namaste. No judgment. It's this is the new sexy. You dig me?
Pause.
This is the new sexy.
Judging.
Yeah, don't pause me. There's no judgment. This is the new sexy right now, y'all. So as you love yourself and you embrace who you are, you shine bright. And this is what being awakening is all about, is loving yourself unconditionally, allowing yourself the room to be free. It's not about what people think about you whatsoever. The more you consider that, the more you allow others to control you. Being awakened is about being free. If you allow what a person thinks about you or how they feel about you to control what you do, what you say, and the things that you choose to entertain, you allowing yourself to remain a slave. This is not awakening at all. So once again, the more you exist beyond judgment, the more you exist beyond judging others, more importantly, exist beyond judging yourself, the more beautiful you are as a creator. Allow yourself to be free. This is what this is about, awaken. So we're going to do a discussion team. I would like for you to decide what we're going to discuss today in our open forum. While he does that, and we continue to receive your feedback in our comment section, we're going to go to another break. I'm going to get our maestro to pull up another track for us so we can take a breather. You guys can gather your information, and then we'll actually sit in a circle here at the Ra and have a beautiful group discussion. Y'all ready to rock? Maestro, let's rock and roll.
Nah, man, that is whack, right? I'm gonna judge that.
Should I do this, man?
Nah, man, pause that.
No, but you can do this.
Whoa, pause. Anyway, if y'all can still hear me over all the laughing and commotion, we actually played this song today down on the block as we did our commotion calls for the people of Wiesbaden, and it was gracious, and we got a lot of good feedback. The kids really, I want to say, migrated towards us, and we're shocked that we were actually doing music as well, amongst other things, and very shocked that we came from the same city that they live in. So it was awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and play this song. It's called Super Chunk. Ooh. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's one of the newest songs of this season.
New sauce.
New sauce. So
new sauce.
I'll go ahead and play this. This will give us a good 6 minutes to go ahead and break, go get y'all chips and all of that, drinks or whatever, and come back and get ready for the discussion.
Oh, it's Ronnie. It's 58, bro.
Look at that classic phone.
Is it loading or what?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a 5-year plan. We don't have a 3-year plan. How do you do it then? We wake up and grind. Winners win. I focus more on winning than I focus on structure.
Me and the kid back when kicking it today. I'm gonna do like 3, probably keep it under 5 minutes though, but
That was 6.
the new season, this time I'm gonna work, y'all. Yes, sir. Keep going. You say upgrades, yo. Let it go. Let's fly higher. Donation your winner. Hey. Ooh, Lord, check the flavor. It's ice cream. 2 scoops of that Stella free. Sporting dinner, gotta be hard. Yes, I'm trying to let it go. Hey, bitches trying to tell up one day. Switch you, get your Tommy, set it. Southside, by city. Get up, I'm Captain Kirk of this thing. Salute. Universal brothers and sisters, that flagship. Y'all know, moving back to the galaxy. Hey. Yo, what they call me Sky. Galaxy doing nuts. Stay to come with my clothes. We deep. Don't debate with no psycho. On my mind go. Better blow, talk to that hand. Wanna say it for you, man. I love you too, mama. Start king. Sorry, while I'm asking you to do some bullshit. In me, while I sleep. Never ever miss it. Work your ass to hold me. I'm first. Every time you get it, jump, big group, freaking rush, come out, let me know, that's not right, that's my fault, it's there is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential, no excuse. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to rise. I'm going to work. I'm going to press forward. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor, not a victim. 333. Yeah, now we do. Yeah, check them. Ride time. Once again, this flag show. They get up and go. University, huh? That's right. Show. Gentlemen. Check. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why are you only giving 50%? What's wrong with you? You need to put yourself on punishment. You need to tell you no more TV, no more snacks, no more desserts, no, we working out now. No more alcohol, not right now. Not no, I can't do it right now. Yeah. Take it to him, give him to him, bring him, man. We don't need your cash. No. Better won't make a buzz. There goes none of us. Universal baby bros. Better be like like oh. Everybody be together like that. When it comes to my clothes, you know you will bring me back with water 13. I don't want to just bless you. People stop it. Life works for animals. Show up. Or the hill. I was when I pull up. Taking but I'm different. Yeah, I be that. I'm focused on such a nigga time for the full crowd. When you working hard, man, this is what it sound like. I do my push-ups, man, the same
tell my angels good night. Go back to the ship, boy, damn.
Team. Rock and roll. Absolute, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to Let's Build, Universal Brothers and Sisters here live at the Raw. This is our 1-year anniversary edition where we are celebrating the spiritual conversation in the social environment. That is the Let's Build, the unification of who we are as one family, or reunification of who we are as one family here on planet Earth amongst the human species. And yes, now we are going to have our open forum discussion by request. Here at the Raw, we do have quite a bit of physical attendance, so now is the time for us to talk and discuss some matters. Actually, I got SWAT team Amun Ra to come up with our subject matter today. Team, what's good, bro? What's up? What we talking about, man?
Pause is gonna pause.
Haters gonna hate. Pause is gonna pause. Finish.
I think a good topic is basically all of us that's in tune with this have at some point gave advice or have taken advice from a complete stranger from somewhere else in the world. How does that make you feel? I want to ask Francois this question. She has a very enlightened mind.
No, it's more, cool. That's what I said before. It's much more easier, of course, to take advice from somebody else.
Hold on. So, I'm sorry, Francois. I got to beat it out for this time. Look here, we got an audience of about 30 plus online, and we need to be respectful for them. So I need whoever talking to come close. We all get around each other so we can talk. And we ain't got to sing Kumbaya. I need y'all to be around each other or close to each other so they can hear what y'all talking about.
But
so
you're free to do what we do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But once again, I just need y'all to be close.
But you got to hold hands.
You ain't got to be up on each other, but I do need y'all to come around so we can chop it up and be respectful to our online audience. So thank y'all. Appreciate y'all participation. So yeah, Francois, continue, baby. You got it.
Okay. Threw me out of the concept.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Totally distracted her.
I did.
Well, when I said it yes, it's much of the time it's more easier to take an advice from somebody stranger, because we are not emotionally involved with this person, so we have no expectations, and there is nothing, no judgment. So of course it's much more. I had it a lot of time in the bus and everywhere, and I talk to strangers all the time, and that's of course it's much more. Yeah.
How do you feel about this?
No, I just said I totally agree with that. You just feel more free when you're not. There's no judgment. It's the same sort of thing. You've got anything else to add, but yeah.
Alex, I know you're new to this.
Yes.
I know you for a long time, but I don't know you.
Exactly.
But me being a stranger, how would you feel about talking about your personal information to me, like what's going on in your life?
To be honest, it depends on the vibes I get. I don't open up even if you're a stranger, and I'll be like I will not see you again, and I will not really care if we exchange information. It still depends on the vibes I get. I cannot just be like, okay, this person might not understand what I'm talking about, so I cannot just open up like that. So it depends on the vibes. It might happen that I can open up to you now because I think like you open-minded, and then you understand better what I'm trying to tell you, and I'll get a good advice. Just to open up to like let my feelings go to someone that doesn't really care would not be a good thing for me.
The reason why I brought this up is because a lot of people have opened up to us on a regular basis, and they on a very deep personal level talking about kids, sick parents, and everything down to the T. And it's just what, like Alex said, it's about the energy of how you know someone. Like when we first met, we just kind of like went right in front of each other's face and just had a conversation like right off the back, like we just knew each other for years.
You can feel like you are, like when you meet somebody, you already know you're going to connect to that person.
Yo, CeeLo, close that door, bro. There's just too much stuff going on up there. Please.
Yeah, so like if you meet somebody, it doesn't matter what situation, you can right away feel it. You will connect to that person on a level or not. What type of conversation you're going to have. Like if I meet somebody, it doesn't mean that I'm going to just keep talking until no end, but probably another person we will talk until the morning and we just met. It's like really how I get the vibes, like how open are you?
Well, what's up, Marie?
It's the reflection we're getting from the person in front of us.
Reflection or perception? Or it could be both.
Yeah, it could be a reflection. I mean, I do agree, like, a lot of times, even to a stranger, you wouldn't speak what's on your mind and what's deep inside you because you know for a fact that they won't be able to respond positively. So, but when you do find that person that you know that is open, is not going to judge you, so much easier than the person that's actually very close to you. Some of the people that are very close to you, the very closest people, are the ones that are most judgmental.
I think I heard a lot of things the same way that people come to me and they speak about their problems. They said the one I'm close to, they cannot hear this anymore. They don't want to listen to it anymore because they go for advice all the time and they probably don't do that. What's the advice?
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, and then they mean like they will not. They don't have that. How should I say? They're tired of listening to them. So they
Patience.
Exactly. They don't have the patience anymore. They're tired.
No, and also because they have a very different energetic vibration.
Because they don't like they never really listening. They will not listen. So the person always goes over and over because it feels like it got no advice.
Right.
It had no help. So of course you go over and over and ask.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't go nowhere, so you're gonna just go to somebody that you feel you don't know that has an open heart and like it's gonna heal you in a certain way. So that's why people choose to go to strangers because sometimes not just because they're strangers, because they are a type of human that going to help others. They just have that in them. They have that energy.
Yeah. And they recognize that. These people recognize that you have an open heart. They feel that.
And
really.
More often than not, the people who are closest to you, they have feelings involved. There's feelings that automatically block them from being open for whatever reason it is. And someone that doesn't know you has a open view of you as a person, and they're open to receive. There is no feelings blocked.
It's more neutral.
So it's
like
more
they're
neutral.
They don't know the story, so they can.
Right.
And for the moment, just
for the moment.
moving for the moment. That's it. Not your past, not your future, just the moment you share.
Right.
I say that because, like I said, we've connected with so many people, and even the people online help each other as well. They don't just talk to us; they talk to each other back and forth. You talk to someone, I can't remember who you said yesterday, pretty often. You talking to someone pretty often. C's talking to someone often. Everyone talk to somebody often, and this person's probably like 5,000-6,000 miles away. But for some reason, they feel close. They feel like family because of that vibe and that connection. That basically, hey, I can open up to this person. I don't know them, but I feel I can.
The trust, but you just feel it.
But is it really trust, or is it something going on inside of you? You don't trust them. You don't know them. So it has to be something internal that's giving you.
For me, it's a lot of times when a person has something familiar, like I see something that they have that probably isn't also me. You know what I mean? And then automatically there's some type of connection. And like some of the stuff you just can't explain. Sometimes you just feel it. You meet someone and automatically there's a click. There's some type of vibe there, and it's something you just can't explain. You know what I mean? Something like that, like an empath, so you feel.
Yeah.
But
you connect with people on different levels as well. Spiritually, just there's all different.
so, because like for example, here in the Let's Build, the people that actually connect here are people who actually vibe with us. That's why it's constantly always it's always love. Because there's people that are already connected with us.
And that's the thing. This is the and I don't want to say reason, because at the end of the day, we're not necessarily looking for reasons for things that are beyond logic. I mean, once again, reason implies logic. The opening of a person being able to communicate with another is based on their own personal sense of healing. Their own personal sense of healing. And when I say this, I mean the more comfortable, the more healing that takes place inside, the more you get to know yourself. The more you know yourself, there's a familiarity with all aspects of self. Why? Because at the end of the day, everything on the outside of you has its foundation inside. So the more you recognize who you are, the more comfortable and confident that you become with yourself, the more familiar reflections of self become. Why? Because you are source. You are their foundation. It's not necessarily about people not knowing each other. It's about the individual not knowing themselves. The more you don't know yourself, the more unfamiliar everything else is. The more you know yourself, the more you heal, the more you go inside, the more empathy, the more compassion, the more understanding, the more forgiving, the more accepting you are of reflections of self and being able to understand why. Because once again, who you are as source is the foundation and source of infinite intelligence itself. So you have the capacity to realize the nature of another based on who you are. So once again, the people here have made that step towards personal healing, a discovery or unfoldment of oneself. As they realize themselves, they're more comfortable with connecting with other people that they might not have seen physically or on the other side of the world. Why? Because they know themselves. So they know that they can communicate with these people and they're not scared. People don't communicate with other people because they're scared. The ignorance of not realizing oneself and being standoffish about connecting with another is based on one's own uncomfort with oneself. So it's all about what's going on inside of you. And the people here have made these steps and have done this work. So when we open up this platform, they're like, oh yeah, I know this already. This is, let's talk. Yeah, my kids and this, and I gotta pay my rent this month, and yada, 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 because they're not scared. You dig? This is what this is about. This is why they're open to communicate and say these things, because they're not scared. They're not interested in judgments of another because they realize it's a sickness. There's nothing this person can say that's going to harm me because I recognize the ego mind and its talk. It's just judgment. If this person's really who they say they are, they won't judge me. And if they do, guess what? I don't care. Why? Because I love myself. Because I'm confident with myself. I do not care what another person thinks about who I am. I'm God, period. This is where this comes from.
But it's not the only aspect, I think, to open to another person. What I experience is that most of the time the people I meet, very stranger people, we have the same topic inside.
Energy.
Not only energy, the same topic. So I have a question and I need an answer, and I will find this person, perhaps a stranger, that have the answer for me. So it's really like a connection. And finding also
they go to the same situation.
Yes,
exactly. If I go to the same thing, that's when I'm going to connect to you better because I understand. Because my interest, my interest at this moment is about this topic, and it's what I'm thinking about is what you think about the same thing. Because otherwise, even if we connect, then if we don't go through the same thing, even if I understand, I don't understand it as much as I would if I would
Okay, I
go
see
through
what you're
it.
saying. So it's not so much of being afraid of being judged, but it's more of what you have in common or what experiences you guys had together to be able to relate. But because there are times that you speak to somebody and you talk about a topic that's close to you, and they're just looking at you like, oh, okay, and they go to the next subject, and you're like, okay, they obviously don't understand you. So sometimes it's hard to speak to certain people who are not in your so-called level, and so you're like, okay, so you're sitting there and it's just empty talk. And so maybe the question was, why is it so easy for us to speak to strangers at times? And I think that a lot of times it's because, the confidence, also some fear of judgment, and that's what he's talking about. But what you guys are talking about is more as of like the right person to talk to.
No doubt. And once again, this is based on this is based on the orchestrations.
Attracts there, right?
Exactly, because when you let go, you allow. That's what I'm saying. When you let go, you allow infinite intelligence to work. So you're gonna draw people into your experience that you need to talk to. They're not there by accident. You're supposed to talk to them about it. Why? Because they've experienced the same thing, and you need that healing through that particular conversation. You know what I'm saying? Right. So once again, the more you go inside, the more you realize the connection, where of course healing comes with the recognition that in truth, there are no strangers. There are no strangers. The stranger mentality is based in separation, based in illusion, and based in ignorance of who we are as one.
Yeah,
it's all being reflections. This is a hologram, and for real, we feel as if we're separate and all this person, they're dangerous and yada, yada, yada. They're a stranger. I don't know them. They don't know me. This. This is the illusion. This is amnesia.
It's been taught for security, I think. Human wants to be secure all the time.
Of course, this is fear.
They're really scared. Like a lot of people would try to speak their mind, but they can't. Even if they would try, they don't know how to start. And it's a thing, but I like.
And that's still part of like healing. Everyone is some type of healing.
But if they don't know they need to be healed, that is hard for them to understand even what that means.
Absolutely. What the thing is, it's just the intentions. The intentions to become more comfortable with oneself, which is allowing you to be open with others.
Yeah,
the
because intention is very strong. Yeah.
Of course, this is the foundation of all healing. You just need to want to open up to others, and then through this, you're going to allow the experiences necessary for you to actually open up to others.
Right, because with intent, you don't really need to know where the healing needs to be or what it needs to be. With intent, everything will work its way out for you to have certain experiences, almost as if you ask for experiences in your life to actually help you actually heal. So you don't really need to know how it's going to happen as long as you have the intent.
And realize why you're scared.
And intent is so powerful because it's like magic, almost like magic, like a domino effect. You have the intent, and that's all that matters. That's basically what
So with that being said, basically, everyone online, we're here for a purpose. You guys are here for a purpose. To basically just be there for each other. It's just that simple. We're here to connect. We're here to build. We're here to live and function and love in one big whole unity club type of thing, but on a way that, like you say, is kind of like magic. We don't know when it's gonna come, who this person is. Like, she didn't know she was coming here tonight.
No.
But somehow she got pulled in because of that vibe, that energy. These people that's watching, they're pulled in because of that vibe and energy. Lucy and Carrie flew from London. They got pulled in from that vibe. Just me and Lavelle coming together earlier this year got pulled into that vibe. Right? We was doing our own things, but we have a purpose in each other's lives.
And at the end of the day, you guys asked to be here. You guys made this happen. You're here for a reason. And when I think about what's so beautiful about this, it's like even in a larger level, it's like everybody vibing on the same level or the same thought is even more powerful than just one person. So, you got one person with one thought, one idea, creates a certain type of vibration or frequency. But then when you have multiple people across the world in the same type of vibration, it's so much more powerful. And if you talk about light work, that is the biggest light work you can do internally. You know what I mean?
The internal light work, the internal movement.
We're doing, And I like the fact that sometimes we're called renegades of light. This is what we are. And it's not like we're fighting against war. You don't, create war to fight against war or anything like that. We create peace if we're against it, right? That's what we're doing. We create love. You know what I mean? We're creating what we want as opposed to pushing away what we don't. You know what I mean? Because when you push away what you don't want, you create a resistance. You create more. When you create what you do want, is when the magic happens. When we're actually doing something for the whole world.
Dope.
Universe.
Does anybody have anything to add?
13 in the house.
It's like a million folks in here.
I just walked in on the butt end of a conversation.
And pause.
There
we go.
So I just want to, I want to get it like a sponge right now.
You want to get it what? You want to get it like a sponge? Pause again.
I want to take it all, man.
Pause again.
3.
You're out. 3 strikes, you're out. So I'm gonna call the maestro once again. Let's get one more song, CeeLo. And actually after this, we're gonna go to our comment section again to address anything that's extra that's out there from our public own, and then keep it moving, bro. So it's on you, G.
If you out there, you ain't over here yet. Them jerk SWAT wings about to go in the oven.
Woo!
You see that?
Woo!
It's going down.
And we got neck bones too.
And he got Tyrannosaurus Rex knuckles.
Beaver teeth, something. Beaver teeth or something.
Beaver teeth pudding.
Extra crunchy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex knuckles.
Those are highly endangered. It's gonna cost you 8 crystals to get a piece of those.
Eat every piece of this right here.
Yeah, so I don't really even need to do a big intro for this. This has become an all-time favorite of the whole community. I do believe this, and definitely our group here musically. So I'm just gonna get right to it. Y'all know what this is. I don't even have to tell you the title.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what this is. Let's go to work. Yeah. And the gratitude don't stop, me popping, keep stepping, rocking divine presence, relaying the message that's in the sea of freedom beyond. I'm not believing, achieving, I see it crystallizing vivid. Bigger visions than the IMAX times that. Over vision, paragraph, paranormal, how I stack metaphors are fat. It's too fat to wrap my raps in paper or plastic, bro. The end of the English infinite is now get it. We begin at the end and building more healing from a future so stupid it's right to think about it. So I focus on guidance to help us realize. Yeah, speak the storytelling, living in imagination. It's from the ground I bang the sounds while I'm stargazing. My soul, mama say it's cheaper than a donation. About to activate my copper for my star nation. Yo. Yeah. Back to forth. Yeah. On the ground, she need to flip. Yeah. I don't know why you thought I was asleep. Huh? Yeah. Go ahead, Kenny. Check him. I ain't worried about that on the ground. Want to look free. Let the blast off, bro. Let's go. Digging through the astro down like sounds. On another level, ever like a rebel, better get it down for the people, so amazing, man. Yeah. Ill in the middle, like I'm living in vanilla. I knew them a million familiar with the flipping in the mother looking good with them full of chicken, son. Look, I got greens, beans, chicken, turkeys, bowl, rest, so much magic, Harry Potter, call me daddy.
No, don't be great. All in your face, all on the base, all in the place. Holla, man, this command fleet like, yo, the blast doors, but blast all name. Cause blast doors, but blast all name. Blast doors, but blast all name. But blast all, cause blast doors, but come on. Yo, many, I've been in my dream, keeping cool on my mom, raw summer solstice, blast, fly, plus thunder. Rain while the sun's out, rain while the sun's out. Yeah! The dance for the honk, in the gold blue hair, dress gold, little juice, so much helps me to rap this. Take me a sip for a way to get the rapping, yo. Come on, baby. Really get it, come up for the free peep. How we get busy in the deep, so deep that the underwritten will still worry about what it's gonna be. Yeah. I almost got it on quarantine. Going harder than the motherfucker. Look through the colors when we come through. Too cool, doing what we do, bro. Yeah. Them speakers on the road. Butter on them bubbers, yo. That's a better crack of 50 roll. They coming down the sport, Angelo. Light work, animal. Shine so bright, you don't know. Not to put up on me, yo. Blast off, put the blast on. Put the blast on, put the blast on, homie. Put the blast off on. Look, put the blast off on. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Classic.
Classic. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, we still filming. We ain't started yet. Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us here at the Let's Build. This is our last portion. We're going to continue on and address any of the comments or inquiries that we have here in the comment section. Of course, we have our after party taking place after this to celebrate our 1 year. Is this yours, right, bro? Okay, cool. There we go. So yeah, once again, it's starting to get a little rowdy. We're not there yet. We still got a little teeny bit of time to go, and we'll probably get to our after party after that. But right now, we're gonna finish addressing your inquiries and then move forward from there. So, team, CeeLo, Angel, y'all got the correspondence.
I'm glad y'all sticking with us, man. Y'all hanging in.
Yeah, most definitely. Y'all hanging in there. 2022, 23. Love. Thank y'all for being here. Of course, your patience is admired, quite admirable. So, what we got, yo?
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Sharon. What's up, Sharon? She is saying, I do not see others as strangers. Do not know how else to say it. I find it easy to speak with others.
Yes, ma'am. Of course. You're awakened. This is how we operate. Continuing, you're awoken. Yeah, he's correcting me. Awoken. You're awoken.
Is that a word? I don't know. Awoken. Maybe I'm wrong.
You up, girl. You up. You up. We up in here. You know what I'm saying? We woke. So yeah, once again, we don't operate from the stranger aspect when you're awoken and comfortable with yourself. Of course, we are healing and operating from our own level. There is no right or wrong, but of course, we operate from our particular individual frequency of being. So those of us in high vibrations recognize that there are no strangers and we are family. So continue to shine your light brightly as an example for others as a leader of the new earth. Sharon, we love you and thank you for being here.
Yeah, Daniela. What's up, Daniela? Reflection of perception. I like just those, how you put that phrase together. Reflection of perception. Sounds like a song title. Feels like less filters we have to navigate through, the more it can flow how it's meant to.
When there are no beliefs, expectations is pure divine connection for the purpose of expansion in both.
Beautiful. I wish I could see that in writing, but you brought up a very good point. Oxymoron, to say the least. Reflection was a perception, reflection
of perception.
Reflection of perception. Yes, once again, reflection of perception is the visibility of that which is perception. In actuality, the word perception itself is but the ego mind's filter to what is now moment, to this reality. The perception of an individual is its own ego mind's constructs, filters of what reality is. So as we heal, we're speaking on perspectives and the nature of ideas or programs that we've accepted within this reality for the sake of healing. However, once again, those of a truly awakened state don't operate from a place of perception or perspective, but from a place of presence and unconditional love and openness, and realizing that your love is and life is infinitely intelligent and unfolding before you as an experience beyond the filters of perception or perspective. So thank you for addressing that. Once again, a great honor and pleasure to connect with you here on the new earth as always. We love you.
Liana said her 7-year-old stole her headphones so she can listen to us right now.
Mama go get you. Hey, run, yo.
Thug life.
Run, lock yourself in the closet.
Gangster?
Run, son.
Gangster? Uh-huh.
So we got Jessica. What's up, Jessica? You sitting on the couch? You being lazy? That's why you ain't came, right?
Yeah, Jessica, I see you, girl.
What she put? While mind and ego are not equal concepts, both are seen as obstacles to overcome, especially in circles committed to spiritual, emotional awareness. You can always reintroduce yourself to a stranger, which allows you to reflect your being.
Absolutely.
Good knowledge from the couch.
Absolutely. They're not, once again, the ego and mind are two different. Of course, the mind construct or mind identity is where the ego operates at this point of our experience, at this point of our transition. But however, the mind identity is a very beautiful tool which we have created as the divine, which is for the purpose of instantaneous, simultaneous manifestation. However, as we heal, it's necessary to clear the mind and allow the mind to be as is, but an energetic form of projection that is for the purpose of creating. Once again, there are many of us who still operate from the mind as if it is the say all be all, when it is but a radio receiver receiving frequencies or lower frequencies here from this plane. So while we're healing, it's necessary for us to let that construct go and heal from it back to the heart. And as we move into the new earth and don the new crystalline body, we'll be able to embrace the mind as the tool that is extremely powerful, that can do a great service to us all as we manifest the new earth. So once again, thank you for bringing that up. And it is a beautiful experience indeed. Thank you for sharing, Jessica.
Nah, I ain't judging you, girl.
So, Derek is really struggling with anger and sadness blockages. He's numbing with that ganja and a little bit of alcohol. He's increasingly sensitive and spending much time in silence, yet his inner guidance inspiration doesn't feel like it's expanding. He does, however, see the light pole still. It's a very heavy time with little clarity and a lot of voice talking in his head.
Absolutely. Derek, right?
Yep.
So thank you for being here, Derek. Yes. That I recall your inquiry. As you expand, as you heal, as you continue to elevate, yes, the intensity of the mind identities, frequencies, and its attempts to overtake who you are is increasing because your light is increasing. These are but testimonials to your healing. And it's necessary for you to continue to embrace the healing process and allow them. Once again, you giving energy to this activity only validates the activity even more. It's your strength. Your strength is in the wisdom to be present and allow and observe beyond attempting to identify with the activity itself. Yes, the numbing agents of substances such as drugs and soft drugs and alcohol, they serve their purpose. They assist in calming and numbing the noise. However, once again, you know how temporary the usage can be as far as being an agent to numb the noise. Your intentions to move beyond the dependency of the substances are unfolding the experiences necessary for you to do so. However, once again, the process of allowing acceptance, forgiveness, compassion, empathy to your situation, to your experience, to your path is unfolding the strength that's necessary to step up and do the work. So it's only necessary for you to embrace what is taking place now. Allow yourself to feel the way that you feel beyond judgment, beyond shame or guilt of any on any level, because this is more blockages. You allow yourself to do what you're doing, embrace that which is necessary for you to cope, if you will, at this moment, and know that we are constantly working with you and assisting you in dissolving and moving into a deeper place of healing along your path. You have a lot of very powerful work to do. However, once again, it's not easy. And to be honest, you don't want it to be easy because this is what's necessary to be big. You have to lift those weights to get big. And you're here to do a lot of work. And this work requires a lot of strength. So you don't want it to be easy. Embrace it. Accept it, allow it, and all is well. That is all. What y'all got, man?
Andre is asking, will the new earth have a different name?
Nova Terra. See another language here. I mean, the new earth is the new earth as we know it now. As far as titles are concerned, we concern ourselves with those things when the time comes. Now it's about creating a new earth. So
I like what William is saying. He's saying, yes, we have to accept, allow, and feel all the way until you embrace full acceptance, and the process of letting go gets lighter as you focus more on self-love.
Absolutely.
Dope, William.
Dope, Will. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, that's right, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Yes, the weight of judgment, the weight of self-criticism, self-judgment, and attempting to perform at particular standards does weigh down and create more blockages on top of the blockages that you are intending to release. So continuing to be light with oneself is allowing the light within oneself to shine and radiate even more. So thank you for sharing that. A beautiful expression indeed.
Happy birthday, Will.
Yo, I'm going to ask this question anyway. I'm pretty sure it's relevant to what she wants to know. Are the physical ailments we may be experiencing actually us acknowledging our past lifetimes' pain and trauma?
Yes.
And, accepting and releasing them.
Yes. Here's a beautiful thing about the mind's inquiries. The mind's inquiries are but the seeking of validation and confirmation of that which the heart already knows. The heart already knows this. You ask the question in seeking confirmation. You ask the question in seeking validation, where once again, the entirety of the healing process is about you gathering the confidence to trust what you already know. You know what this is already. Thank you for asking. You've answered your own question, where you can release the question and know that all is well and you are taken care of. So keep it moving.
Peace out, Melissa. She just, I think it's more of a statement than a question, but
Yep.
I found myself say to the brother who takes care of the place I stay, I love you. It's beautiful to be free and connect with souls, whether it's greeting them with a smile or talking deep. I easily connect with even those standing at a coffee shop. Even today, I walked by a store and blew a kiss to a sister. I find myself saluting to as a way of greeting others. I enjoy connecting with family. I don't see others as strangers.
Love, absolutely. Thank you.
Mel.
I think those threes was supposed to be
Hearts? Okay, well, my bad. Emojis.
She like threes.
What was that again?
Mel.
Yes, ma'am. Mel, you're once again on point as always with your path. It was a beautiful statement and a wonderful opportunity to share that as a segue. Greeting others is a blessing. Greeting others is an opportunity to open your heart. Greeting others is an expression of unity consciousness, becoming comfortable with recognizing all reflections of self, all life here on planet Earth as a reflection of self. As you heal, as you continue to become comfortable with oneself, even those of you that are more advanced on your healing path, it is helpful to make a practice out of greeting others. Greeting all. It does not matter if they're going to speak to you or you get something in response to the greeting. It's just about the ability to open your heart and become more comfortable with your reality. You are God here in the flesh on planet Earth. You are here to greet all aspects of self as a leader, as a reflection of unconditional love that says, hello, you are alive. It does not matter what the weather is. The sun is shining within you, and you have the ability to shine that light. Those of spiritual maturity embrace the opportunity to greet others every chance that they get. Why? Because it is assisting us in breaking down the barriers of separation, merging the dimensions. It's allowing us to open our energy fields and become more comfortable with who we are, expanding our energy field where the comfort zone is not a zone. It's just a reality of comfort itself. This is how we expand our energy field in a crowd full of what unawakens would call strangers. We open our hearts and expand ourselves and smile and look people dead in the eye and say, hey, I love you. We are alive. We are blessed. We have no reason to be sad or unhappy or unsatisfied about existence itself. And as we awaken, we are able to shine that light where that place of non-judgment and open-hearted being is where we are more beautiful. We continue to shine that light and be beautiful examples of what true divine leadership looks like here on this plane. So thank you for saying that, Mel. Once again, this is an aspect of our awakening and healing process, and this is an ascended master practice in greeting all reflections of self as reflections of self.
Peace, Mel.
What's good, Jess? Do we got anything else?
No, nothing much. Just a couple statements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couple statements.
Lots of I love you.
Liliana said she has such connections here on Facebook. More and more people ask for her attention. Embrace with gratitude, compassion, love, and joy.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody saying amen to what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Steph said we love and light. Wendy said, let's grow.
Let's grow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Nicole says, I am the light inside of you. You are the light inside of me. We are a filament inside a heart of infinality. Oh, dope. Shout out to Nicole. Yeah, nothing much more than that. They filter in.
Absolutely. So then it reached our climax. I want to say it's close to 11 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can. He just paused me again. Okay. I got one tonight. It's one strike. I still got 2 strikes to go.
Oh, man, you got a long night ahead of us.
Yeah, we got a long night ahead of us. We got mine super early. That's what happens when you kick it with the fellas. So check it. CeeLo, we're gonna go an outro song and then we'll do the official outro. And salutations to all. So you got something on deck?
I got something on deck.
Rock and roll, baby.
There's somebody missing from the building. Well, a couple of our brothers missing right now.
Someone missing all day.
Wow.
That ain't nothing new.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and do this one because yeah, whether y'all here or not, we still gonna be mobbing.
You dig? You dig? Still gonna be mobbing. What up, the Masking Glom? New song.
Fresh off from Whack Out Night. What's whack? Steady. Back to work, dog. Sky. Yo. And work now. And work now. And it work now. You know how I go. Sky. For the big throw. That championship belt. Yo, steady, I'm a chiller, you're not ready for a fatty. Yo, jeez, on the monster, brother, go back to Rockefellers, on the Orioles, over the Rockefellers. Slapped a couple times on the head with the highlights. I went through the city, you were really getting busy, baby, you can see the skyline. All fly by, baby, out of sight. Oh my Christ, I'm a yawn in my mind, oh my mind, oh my guys. Well, I'm about to fly my kite, they're trying to cut me down. Whoa, El Capitan, Young Dapadan. We the new Wu-Tang and I'm Capadon. I get up and go cause I'm out of jobs. Till the late night, stay hype. My freaking good, I'm gonna take through the possesses, I'm gonna get blamed there. You kill him a dude on top row. Skywalk, I go. The side is shock of my clothes. Bob's clock of my sound. Told him saute. That food is hanging my dough. Swerving while I'm serving. Serving like I don't stop. The way you work you may serve, you already know what's happening, son. Let's go like the fatty stars. We do CeeLo, girls mobbing out with the whole team. Shout to me, I need them jewels. Put it down, you're like the fatty stars. Yo, ready for the city. Get busy out your head like shells night, don't be afraid. You better get popped in the minute to the sick with the vision on the records and check your bump. Put a couple in my boss, keep on me on the road. I said, galactic couch like that. Hey, she talking, you doing your thing. For the first time, sees on the ground, but give it up and do it up, yeah, on the main. With a power, with a style, with a love, trust me, on what the main. I'm a simple when I can rely, can't do it, I'm right on my main. See if my blood, bro, want to put it down. Elbow when I blow, always up for another round. So hard, they know we are like dog. So hard, don't know, star, don't act like don't know y'all. Big up to the down here, G. Make some shake, round the bro, step up on my low. On the team, you know we can do it. Mobbing down with the whole team. Slow down. Mobbing down with the whole team. You did. Like they fatty them stars.
Love, once again, big up to Madison Glom. Shout Marvin, new sauce, available of course always on our SoundCloud page. Our Maestro Overseas is posting the link right now in our comments section to the track Marvin. This is our outro portion. Once again, thank y'all for continuing to ride out with us. This Let's Build we have here, this community we have here is most sacred and representing the leaders of the new earth and who we are as one family, continuing to heal those of you here on the planet Earth doing this work, are doing the hardest work on the face of this earth. The hardest work on the face of this earth takes place inside of you, where you are being honest with yourself and you are healing. It's easy. It's easy to do all this other stuff. It's easy to work late at night and do manual labor and complain about everything going on in the world, the government and all the other kind of stuff. But the hardest work is to be responsible for you, to go inside and look in the mirror and be 100% honest with yourself and do the work that is necessary and the work that you are responsible for. And once again, it's a free will choice, and you are doing this work, and we love you for doing that. We love you for doing that. From the bottom of our hearts, we applaud you for doing this work, because it is not easy. It is not easy at all, but we love you for doing it, and doing it for free, for freedom. Lucy and Curry have something to present to Amun-Ra here at the Ra for his stewardship and being a beautiful host. So ladies, can I get y'all step up?
Attention to orders.
Attention to orders.
It's been a really special weekend, so I have a little gift for Armand and something extra special. Also a small gift, and I think just here's how Armand feels after our Frankfurt tour yesterday. You have to read this out loud for everybody.
I'm trying to be awesome today, but I'm exhausted.
This accent is terrible.
Hey.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Hey.
You say it like.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. With my wheels at. Mate, I'm trying to be awesome today.
He ain't getting the part.
You just go back to the narrative.
One more time.
I'm trying to be awesome today, but I'm exhausted from being freaking awesome yesterday. Booyah!
Booyah!
That sounded so much better in a British accent, mate.
No, that's not British. Carolina accent.
Don't do that. Stop.
I'm not tired from
You're awesome the way you are.
I go harder than that.
Don't go hard.
Pause.
That ain't the pause.
Yo,
he going hard at the pause.
It's questionable.
It's questionable because you're telling me that.
It's because he's always hard.
Why are you telling me that?
I think you're ready to party, man.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man. So
I took them around Frankfurt yesterday, showed them, Frankfurt. The dude, beating the drums with the horse head on him.
Pause.
Ain't a pause. It is a dude with a horse head.
Pause. Beating the drum with a horse head. Pause.
Y'all just gonna keep trying to pause. It ain't gonna happen, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen, son. Oh, man. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we've clowned enough. It is 11:03. We've had a beautiful session today. The connection always is beautiful. Once again, Let's Build is a beautiful platform of us connecting in unity and recognizing who we are as one family. This is year one. Year two, our plan our plan is to expand upon the nature of the information that we're expressing. We're moving deeper into the depths of this transitional process. There is a lot for you to realize about yourself, a lot for you to work with on this plane of existence when it comes to the more proactive and practical aspects of your existence. When it comes to the tools that you have here on planet Earth, we will continue to express that and get more in depth with the nature of what it is that we all are here to do. So, of course, we're going to expand upon that. And of course, this is a constantly evolving platform and forum of communication. Big shout out to Todd Medina. Big shout out to Todd. Big shout out to Linda. You all are doing amazing work. The 24-hour TV channel that Todd is cultivating includes a plethora of other healers and light souls here on the plane, working for the new earth to shine a light that's brilliant and healing amongst all. So big shout out to you. Big shout out to Linda for getting those letters together and getting the crystal packages together. Of course, big shout out to Liliana and Mel for all the work that you're doing on the UBC Rocks campaign and the page You Healing, which Corey is working with you all on. Big shout out to Helen Bush. We are aware of your work as well, that which you're doing on your sector of space, and we all connect on the surface of planet Earth as one family as always. So once again, I'd like to give a special shout out and greetings to everybody here at the Raw. Special thanks to, oh God, just talking. Yeah, my tongue tied, pause. I said it first. I said it first. Big shout out to Carrie and Lucy for coming through and blessing us with their beautiful energy here at the Rock and sharing the most wonderful gifts. I received the Yoda Jedi robe. I didn't break it out today. That's just amazing. I received, of course, this pen, which is amazingly beautiful from Luce. We got a lot of beautiful gifts here to share. Big shout out to all the people coming through for the party and for our bill. Stony King in the building. What's up, Stone? Absolutely. Born 13. We got Kevin in the house representing Henna House. Absolutely. What up? What up? Big up to Jules. Hannah, Alex.
She stopped by for some chicken.
Absolutely. She stopped by for some SWAT wings. Big shout out to AAA for sharing your insight always. Big shout out to Marie, Riri in the building. Who else we got in the house?
We got Frenchie in the house.
Frenchie in the house. What's up, Frenchie? And, her friends, they're in the kitchen.
Rodney here.
Rodney in the house. So everybody's here tonight. Once again, if you're in the area, we are here at the Raj, the after party for Let's Build. You don't have to necessarily be here online. You can come and join us live and enjoy some SWAT wings. We got alcohol and all that other stuff. Big shout out to Jess for being here and holding it down. She made the what's it? How you say it? Empanadas. She made empanadas.
She recipe out the kitchen.
Yeah, no doubt. Big shout out to. No doubt.
We got cheese dip too.
We got cheese dip too.
One veggie, one veg.
So I'm gonna eat something a little bit. And last but not least, great salutations, greetings, and blessing to all of you online for being here and staying up late with us to share this beautiful energy. We love you as always, and who we are, the Angelic Grounds of the Galactic Council of the Galactic Federation of Light, and who I am as your commander, Ashtar. Thank you for being here. We love you as always. Thank you. Let's build.